Message text is going to be something that it actually is going to be in most of them, but also it can be used differently for some of them. The main usage of it is going to be to apply a value to show up. So if your object is hit, then it goes into a hurt state and you have it enabled to show the hurt state, then you can apply a message text for it, and the message text is going to say, yes, I want to enable it. Do I want a prefix to the text so that it comes up with a word each time? Or do you want the value just to be whatever the value hit point is? You can also say in here you'll have the ID. This will be if you're in BAG in the Build a Game Editor, you'll be able to say which font ID, and you can see the visually you can see the fonts that are available. You have the font size, offsets, you have the scale for it. The letter line limit is just saying that how many letters before it goes to the next line. And then there's a line spacing, which is just the distance between. The rich text, so that when you get into that and you see those, you can actually apply, it's similar to like an HTML, you can apply values to it so they can be bold, or it can be italic. It can change the color based on a letter versus the whole line. Keep parented means that it actually stays parented to the tile, but for instance, you may have a tile that's moving and you want the hit point to occur and a value to come up, but you don't want it to follow it. Then you may want to uncheck the parented. That way you see it, but it's going to trail behind it as the other object keeps moving. Color as well, default on this one would be white, but if you wanted to change the color, you can change the values through this. Along with those, when it comes to the standard message system, you'll have the text alignment, the anchoring alignment, where it's going to come up on the corners. And then when it comes to the font style, default font style, which one is it? You have a fade in time, so if you do have a hit, if you want it to fade in, you don't want it to just instantly appear, then you can choose a fade in time and say the time, the size, and where it's going to come in, and then where it goes to. All right. There's a read time option for it, is how long is it visibly shown before it actually fades out. And then you have the fade out time with the fade out color and the fade out size. So the three states: fade in, read time, and then fade out. All right, and then the last two options here is you can add a prefix to the message. So the plus minus, if you're using this as a hit point, it'll automatically assign, if you have this checked, it'll automatically assign either a plus or a minus based on what value is being shown, so that the user knows whether it was a hit for a positive or a hit for a negative. And then you can have a add prefix text to the message, meaning if this is checked, then you can have the prefix, the text message up here, you can have that actually displayed as well. Alright, so a lot of stuff inside of the message text, but if you have it set up to start with, all a user would have to do is click one button, and then all of that information would be easy to have instantly just displayed and working inside of a hit point system for them.